Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. It's about your boy Cos Reps Corner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
I don't wanna fall in love, I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
The person who said or who wrote that politics or politicians should not be trusted and that politics is a deadly game did not lie. The person you are seeing now is Dr. George Weke or Weke. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. He is the HOS. What is HOS? HOS is Head of Service of River State. From what you will hear from the conversation, you will hear that he just resigned willingly from the present administration. And somebody will say, how? Why? He's supposed to be an ally of the governor, FUBARA. What is really going on? This whole thing boils down to one thing. Somebody on the background is playing a fast one on the people of River State. And guess who that person is? Nyesom Wike. Take it or you leave it. Nyesom Wike is the person that is planning all these ups and downs, planning all these things, doing everything to make sure FUBARA becomes a communicado, let me use that word, in his own state. How can somebody who is supposed to be head of service come out to support a former governor against his employer? Somebody employed you. You are working under this person, yet you are talking against him. Imagine there is nothing that is as painful as you getting an issue or getting somebody that is your family member to betray you or lie against you. Outsiders can slap you, outsiders can beat you, outsiders can lie against you, it does not matter. But when an insider does that, you will feel the pain. Don't worry, I'm going to show you a total summary. What really transpired from start to finish is a combined video. I just combined everything. The very first video of where they secretly caught the man, talking about this Dr. George, planning to do the broadcast, the underground, where they took him to an hotel where they were doing some underground arrangement. You hear everything. I'll play it for you. Number 2 is the full speech he gave concerning the issue where he accused his employer, his boss, Governor FUBARA, of ordering the bombing of the National Assembly and other things that happen in the state. And don't forget, there was something he said. I want you to hear that. He said FUBARA was planning against the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How can one governor be in a state and plan evil on the president that is in Federal Capital Territory, Abuja? And how can one governor spoil the reign of a government that has 36 states and the FCT? That was number 2. The number 3 video, you will hear the wife calling the governor, FUBARA, to beg him to please forgive her husband, that her husband is under threat. You hear it. The 4th one is when FUBARA invited the woman to the state house, to his house, for her to come and explain what she knows about the whole thing. Then the last one is when this man, that's the 5th video, is when this particular man came out to say that yes, he's not missing, that the wife is just reciting what they gave her to say that he is fine and he's presently in Abuja. How can somebody who live in Port Harcourt, River State, now live in Abuja? So people are talking, some are judging his capability, some are judging his sincerity. Why would he turn against his boss? Why would he say this against his boss? I just say, let me just put all this video in one, because bringing is too much. I say, let me put it in one so that you see a complete story of what is going on. Please, let somebody who knows this particular man talk to him, because it seems that, yes, like the way I said, he's under pressure. And that pressure is coming from only one person, Nyesom Wike. Please, people of River State, this is the time you have to fight for your government, your democracy. I don't really know what's going on in Nigeria. That country is just bastardized. The politicians do not even think that yes, they have people they want to lead. Somebody in Abuja is looking for popularity, looking for power in his state who he has governed before. You're now an FCT minister. Concentrate on FCT and leave River State. What's going on? Anyway, guys, let me not drag it. Let me just give us a summary, a full story summary of what happened between the governor of River State, the HOS, that's Head of Service of River State, the past governor of River State, and Yesum Wike. Hear what really happened, and even the wife of the man. Hear when the man said what the man said about the governor and how it all happened. Okay, I want to thank you all for this watching my content. I want to appreciate for your love and the care. For those who have not subscribed or follow on social media platform, please I beg you subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share so that we can move this video to a permanent site. Okay, so come away next time to see me on your screen, guys. I leave us with this video that shows this total summary of the brouhaha that is ongoing in Rivers State. Please, what if you give me your reaction, comment, opinion in the comment section.
Is it set? Ready? Action.
Okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed. You're going to read from the text, I believe.
Yes.
Let's go ahead.
Please, Commander.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. George Menai. I am the immediate past head of service of Rivers State. I resigned precisely on Monday on my own. I want to read on this.
Just 1 second. Please stand in my door. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon once more. This is a press briefing by my humble self, Dr. George FCA MNI, immediate past head of service of Rivers State. My dear people of Rivers State, it is with humility and every sense of responsibility and a sense of patriotism that I stand to address you today as your former head of service and someone who served from my heart. You will recall that I was appointed as head of service by our suspended governor, Governor FUBARA, Grand Service of Rivers State. Let me also use this opportunity to appreciate him for giving me the opportunity to serve as head of service. With loads of misinformation on print and electronic media, I have chosen to put the record straight. I was not sacked, neither was I pressured to resign. I did so willingly from the depth of my heart. However, as an insider and a key player in the administration, and by my position, who worked closely with the suspended governor, it would be unfair for me to keep mute or for me not to address some key factors that have affected or that will affect our state if we continue on this trajectory. And I'm forced to say that good men must talk. So that. Good afternoon once more. This is a press briefing by my humble self, Dr. George FCA MNI, immediate past head of service of Rivers State. My dear people of Rivers State, it is with humility and every sense of responsibility and a sense of patriotism that I stand to address you today as your former head of service and someone who served from my heart. You will recall that I was appointed as head of service by our suspended governor, Governor FUBARA, Grand Service of Rivers State. Let me also use this opportunity to appreciate him for giving me the opportunity to serve as head of service. with loads of misinformation on print and electronic media, I've chosen to put the records straight. I was not sacked. Neither was I pressured to resign. I did so willingly from the depth of my heart. However, as an insider and a key player in the administration, and by my position, who worked closely with the suspended governor, it would be unfair for me to keep mute or for me not to address some key factors that have affected or that will affect our state if we continue on this trajectory. And I pause to say that good men must talk so that things will put right. I want to use this medium to thank Mr. President for a swift intervention in Rivers State crisis, especially on the declaration of the state of emergency that was declared and assented to by our National Assembly. You will recall that when the governor was suspended, as head of service, I was the next in command, so I'm not speaking as an outsider or as a novice. I'm speaking as an insider and as someone that has much information. If not for the intervention of Mr. President, Nigeria would have faced the worst economic sabotage and Rivers State would have been in flames, and by extension, other neighboring states, because of the level of insider destruction that I saw. First, it all started with the State House of Assembly, where the governor, FUBARA, directed his chief of staff to burn down the assembly in a way to avert the suspected impeachment. That evening, Edison was in Government House with many of his boys, including the former chairman of Obiakpo, one Mr. Cutiejulls. I was there with them when a bag of money was handed over to Edison for that operation, though I did not actually know what it was meant for or the amount inside. I want to tell Rivers people today, the House Assembly was complex. In Moscow Road was clearly brought down by the do of Edison and some of his cohorts. Under the instruction of the sitting governor then, I challenged them to an open confrontation, and this will make us to throw more light on this. A day after that incident, I almost resigned, but I was very scared because I know the power of a sitting governor, and he knew that I'm aware of the whole plan and that I am discomforted with the unconscionable acts and deliberate posture of innocence and mien of a sheep. Another attempt was also made to destroy the residential quarters of the House Assembly members, if not for the press conference that was made there by Rivers youths, Rivers elders, and National Assembly members. That would have been another barbaric demolition in Rivers State. I came to realize that they actually wanted to demolish that second building because after some weeks, the governor personally told me, a couple of others, that he knew that if he knew early, he would have gone to pull down their hall before visiting the residential quarters of the assembly, and that he didn't actually know what they had, that they had such a beautiful hall where they are using now for sitting. I was so shocked, rudely shocked. And I asked myself, how could a man that wants to lead his people be destroying his state's assets and wasting public funds in a needless ego fight? Thirdly, I want to advise some key stakeholders who have condemned the state of emergency made by the President and confirmed by the National Assembly to retract their statements. They are speaking from points of ignorance. I also understand that they are only seeing the surface. Yes. If they had knowledge, they will even be commending Mr. President even openly. If the President did not take proactive steps, no one knows who would have been affected by the sinister plans that we are cooking. While I thank Mr. President for the state of emergency that was declared in Rivers State for a period of 6 months, I will plead with him not to give up on Rivers State affairs, because a lot is going on there with Governor FUBARA. One of the factors that got me removed was when Governor FUBARA told me that they will use the judge to decide who will become the next president of Nigeria. And I asked him, how will that work? Is it by votes or by what means? I'm still worried. I'm still worried. He clearly told me that he is the chief security officer of Rivers State and his brother is in charge of Bayelsa State. And all the pipelines are under their care, that at the appropriate time, they will tell the boys what to do, and fund was not an issue at all. That was when he made that statement in his public function, that, and I quote, I will tell the boys what to do at the appropriate time. Deep down in me, I knew that something was up, and perhaps the time was near. He boasted to be the David that would bring down the Goliath of Rivers State. That he has the backing of the cream de la cream in the state, the likes of our former governor, Dr. Peter Odele, and family promised to use their contacts in the judiciary, including some members of the University Council, to break new grounds for him. The plan was to start from just-speaking areas to destroy oil facilities, to remove attention from the job and make it have a statewide look. The Goni, Oyibo, and other areas were to be bombed first before the job zones. This would have brought down the government of President Tinubu and usher in a new president from the coalition of political parties, with a vice president, possibly himself, as he was boasting. The media was recaptured by paying heavily for airtime and retaining the social media influencers and known social critics in their payroll. I'm not aware of what this revelation means, but I'm doing this to free my conscience and warn those innocent persons that are used to sway public sentiment that there is more than meets the eyes in the Rivers matter. Sometime I sleep over in government house, it has started becoming very uncomfortable when Governor Bala Muhammad and some other stakeholders started several natural visits to Rivers State. I recall that one of such visits, he told me that he would support Bala Muhammad for president or any other northerner. That discussion is still ongoing, I'm very sure. There was no bothered about who he supports or not. I was more concerned about the quantum of state resources that were being released to these visitors at each of those unwanted visits. Let me draw the attention of Nigeria Labour Congress to call the chairman of the Rivers State chapter to order to avoid politicizing labor. I am privy to several private meetings between the governor and the labor leaders in the state, and largesse that accompanied each meeting to compromise the labor union. And I was to ask, why? What is actually the benefits to get from all this unnecessary destruction? More worrisome is several meetings between the governor, his chief of staff, and some military leaders. Details of these meetings are not privy to, since I was not allowed into such meetings. However, each meeting ended with huge sums of money paid than this in hard currency. I wish to state categorically that Rivers people are indeed Nigerians, are the beneficiary of the declaration of state of emergency rule in Rivers State, and not Governor FUBARA, neither is it our former minister, Chief Nelson Wike. Finally, I wish to call on Mr. President to urge the social administrator to step up his guards and be very vigilant, because I am aware of the sinister arrangements and dastardly plans to continue to hatch their plans if not put in check. This accounts for the organized media condemnations and seeming public outcry against Mr. President and National Assembly. Those who love democracy, those who love river states, those who love development in any ramification, and those who love humanity in general will always protect humanity and democracy. Mr. President, sir, you have just protected democracy and humanity in River State. You are our hero in River State. Thank you, sir. I can now sleep, having cleared my conscience. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live River State. This is personally signed by me, Dr. George Chimeze-Nweke, FCA, MNI, former head of service of River State. Thank you and God bless you.
Is that governor?
Yes.
Is that minister of this way? My husband is in trouble. Where could I help you?
What happened?
People should help you. He went to Abuja this morning. I remember he said his friend Ogiri from Abuja called him. My husband is in trouble. I can't get this so. I can't get this so. My husband is in trouble. My husband is in trouble. All his friends are switched off. People should help me. My husband is in trouble.
No,
Madam,
I don't know. I saw something this evening that they granted media this thing. So I'm even surprised that.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. I don't know, he's in hospital. They have killed him. I don't know if he's alive. Where could I help me? Where could I help me? Where could I help me? Where could I help me?
All right. Okay. No problem. No. It's okay. You're sure you're not aware of this is action?
I don't know. He told me in the morning that his friend, I remember, he said so.
No, you know what I'm asking. You know what I'm asking. At least there's nothing that happens that he doesn't share with you. Where have I offended him, and where will he cook this level of lies against me? Where have I offended you people? After everything I've done for you people.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. So please help me. I don't know how to find him. People should find Ogiri's number. Let him provide my husband though. I remember I said Ogiri from Abuja. Now he said ticket to come this morning. No, I said we'll have Monday, Sunday. I'm the chairperson of the Monday, Sunday. Why will you go now? Why will you go now? Leave me here. How will I do this program alone in the church? He said he's coming back today. He's coming back today. Oh, Jesus Christ. How can you see? Help me. Help me. My husband is in trouble. Help me, please.
It's okay. No. Were they threatening him or what? Because I know at least.
I don't know now. Jesus, he's in trouble. This is not Igbo. He's in trouble. His phones are switched off. I sent a message on WhatsApp. I said, you're in a hostage. I said, why would you do this to me? He did not respond though. I have been calling since though. I'm finished though. Where is my husband? Oh, can you provide my husband though? Oh, can you provide my husband?
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. We'll try and see what we can do. No problem.
Oh, God, please help me.
It's okay.
Please help me.
No problem.
Please
You
help
know,
me.
anything anybody is doing in this life, if you do a good, you will meet good. If you do bad, definitely you will get your reward for the evil. You know my relationship with him. I don't know where I've offended him that he will cook this level of lies against me.
It's not Shimo. It's not. He cannot. He decided that he cannot sign anything against you. He decided that he cannot sign anything against you. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, when he came back, I said,
it's what he's handing over to them. That he doesn't know anything about this 15 billion they're talking about. They said Abuja gave them every information they need. That my husband is trying to cover simfubara. He said he's trying to cover the governor. That they have heard that it's his friend. They heard that it's his friend though. That he's just trying to cover up. My husband says he's not trying to cover up anything. That he doesn't think that there's anything like that. There's anything like 15 billion naira. That he's not aware. That he's not aware. That he's just the head of service. He doesn't know anything about finance of the state. So when they pressured him to sign that document, he said he will not sign. That instead of him to sign, he will resign. He just resigned and called me in the office. I was in the office when he called me that he has resigned. I said, what happened? He said, till I come back. When I came back, I asked him. He started telling me that they brought document, that the document is that they found another $15 million, 15 billion naira that the government did not declare. And he told that he doesn't know anything about that one. That what he handed over to them is what the governor handed over to him. And when they pressurized him, he said no, instead of all this wahala, let him leave them. He now wrote his resignation that he's not working again. He cannot come and sign what he does not know. He cannot come and say what is not true. Where is the 15 billion naira coming from that he would not sign? Instead of signing, let him go. That was how he resigned. So this morning, he told me that his friend, one of his friends from Abua, I think he said his name is Ogiri. He said it's Ogiri from Abua. That he has sent him ticket to come and let them discuss. I said, okay, but I have more this Sunday. And today is our dinner. Today being Friday. It's our dinner party. I told him to stay at night Monday, let us finish this program. He said he would just go and come back. Let him just go and know where he's calling him. That was how he left. When he got to airport, when he got to Abuja, he called that they have landed. I said, thank God. He said he will keep me posted. That was all. The next thing I saw this morning, I had this night, people were calling me. They said they got an interview. I said, what interview? Interview for what? What was it I saw? Things flying on the internet. Then he got an interview. That's what happened. I said, that is not my husband. That is not my husband. So I sent him a message. I said, are you on that duress? I sent him a message. I said, have they kidnapped you? Talk to me now. Why not talking to me? Where's the message I sent to him? Send the message I sent to him. I sent to him message. I sent to him message when I saw this online. Oh, Jesus help me. Nigeria help me. My husband is in trouble. 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 Look at the message I sent to him. See the message I sent to him. I said, Daddy, why? I said, where are you in hostage? I said, why didn't you talk to me? These are the messages I sent to him. Oh, he did not reply me. His numbers are not going through. His numbers are not going through. Nigerians help me. Nigerians help me.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening, and I say good morning, gentlemen of the press. I'm back to you this evening. My name is George Weke. I'm in Transcorp, Abuja. I came in here this morning from Port Harcourt to meet with security agencies to report myself and to report the things that are happening in the state that are making me to feel sick. Actually, I was head of service until Monday, the 4th. And I resigned because of things that are happening. So after the press interview I granted, I just saw a video of my wife that's trending, where they went to hold her and they fed her with all kind of fallacies. They told her to be kidnapped. I want to clear this. I am not kidnapped. I'm in Abuja. This is Transcorp Hotels, where I'm lodging. And they told her that I was kidnapped and she's crying, and they wrote a script for her to say all sorts of things. I want to put this straight. I am the head of service and I'm on oath. My wife does not know the things that happen in my office. I don't discuss anything about office to her. It's only my domestic or social matters that we discuss. So that script they wrote for her is null and void. So I want to clear the air that I am safe, I'm fine, I'm in Abuja. By tomorrow morning, I intend to go to the security agencies to report myself. So my coming to Abuja was based on the fact that Abuja is where all the headquarters of security agencies are housed. So I came here and I think I'm safe here to make this report here, so they can investigate. And I'm saying that I'm on oath. If I allow any of those things, they will take me up. But I'm reporting exactly what I know and nothing but that. And I said everything from my mind. I want to reassure you that everything I said is true. Thank you and God bless you.